Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Saturday evening, 25th of April. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. right now. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Various activities conducted in connection with International Workers' Day. Contribution of Meras Music Training Center. U.S. and European Union sign Memorandum of Understanding on Critical Minerals. And Russia says new European Union sanctions will hurt developing countries. Good to have you with us. Proceeding with our full reports. The National Confederation of Eritrean Workers is conducting various activities in connection with International Workers' Day 2026 under the theme Workers' Organization Motivator for Development. The programs include seminars, discussion forums, popular campaigns, as well as sports and cultural competitions. Accordingly, Mr. Abraham Berakhat, Head of Foreign Relations, and Mr. Tesfai Girmay, Head of Administration and Finance, conducted seminars focusing on the future programs of the Confederation and the role in creating employment. At the seminar, Mr. Abraham gave an extensive briefing on the current global labor situation, future challenges facing workers, and the importance of organizing training programs for the capacity development of workers. Mr. Tesfai, on his part, gave a briefing supported with evidence on the activities the Confederation has carried out to implement its objectives. Mr. Tesfit Hagos, industrial policy expert at the Ministry of Trade and Industry, gave a detailed briefing on productivity and its measurement, as well as methods and strategies for creating partnership and related issues. In the same vein, a workshop on creative thinking at the workplace was conducted on 22nd April, in which Mr. Girmay Abraham, manager of Amber Webshire Company, Mr. Berhe Araya from the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare, Ms. Miriam Yosef from the PFDG Central Office, and Mr. Isias Orbay, member of the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers, took part. General knowledge competitions were also conducted, focusing on the history of workers' movement at the global and national levels, the ancient and modern history of Eritrea, labor law in Eritrea and around the world, and related topics. Popular campaign in which about 300 workers took part were also conducted. The Meras Music Training Center in Keren City, which provides training in musical instruments and sound, reported that it's significantly contributing to the development of the arts. Noting that while talent is basic to the arts, Mr. Abdurrahman Salah, sound and music teacher at the center, said that supplementing talent with training has significant contribution in enhancing the knowledge of artists. He also said that efforts are being made to expand the musical training programs of the center. Mr. Abdurrahman went on to say that the Meras Music Training Center is working to enable youth to identify their talents and develop them through the theoretical and practical trainings the center provides. Ms. Salina Hagos, manager of the center, on her part, said that the center provides training in sound, musical instruments, dancing, drama, and marching bands, and is conducting encouraging activities in the capacity development of youth. The Meras Music Training Center, established in 2008 under the auspices of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Ansaba region, has provided training to a number of youth in the region. In related news, the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Dubarwa subzone provides 3 months of training in computer technology to 37 youth, including 31 females in the subzone. 13 of the trainees were children of martyrs and disadvantaged citizens identified by the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch from the administrative areas of Mereb, Misalam, and Gazalamza. Mr. Dawit Mengistab, head of the union branch in the subzone, called on the trainees to practically apply and upgrade the knowledge they gained from the training. Mr. Umaruddin Mohammed, head of the Education Office in Sana'a subzone, reported that children's preschool enrollment is increasing from time to time as a result of the substantial investment being made, indicating that preschool had previously been limited to Sana'a town and a few administrative areas in the subzone, leaving many children without access to education. Mr. Umaruddin said that 42 preschools have now been constructed and are providing educational access to many more children. Accordingly, Mr. Umaruddin said that there are 49 preschools in 23 administrative areas in the subzone providing active educational service to about 2,000 children, and that the number of students has increased by over 55%. Noting that the investment being made in preschools has significant contribution in supporting students in their educational career, Mr. Umaruddin commended the role and contribution of the community for its initiative. Mr. Ibrahim Abdullah, supervisor of preschools, on his part called on parents to take advantage of the opportunity being provided and send their children to preschools. Those were updates on local issues. Global affairs will follow as we come back. And globally, Secretary of State Marco Rubio and European Union Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic yesterday signed a memorandum of understanding for a partnership on producing and securing critical minerals. The U.S. has been scrambling to get access to critical minerals reservoirs, especially rare earth supply chains currently dominated by Chinese players. Rubio did not mention China in his remarks, but said the preliminary agreement with Brussels reflects growing awareness among Western allies of the importance of supply chains and critical minerals for their economic success. Before signing the memorandum, Rubio said that there are over-concentration of these resources, and the fact that they're dominated by one or two places is an unacceptable risk. Therefore, diversity in supply chains is needed. Russia said yesterday that new European Union sanctions on its oil and gas would hurt developing countries and the EU itself, and promised to retaliate. The European Union adopted a 20th package of sanctions against Russia over Russia-Ukraine war on Thursday, including further restrictions on the transportation of Russian oil and gas and sanctions against oil producers and refineries. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova told reporters that all this is happening amid a global energy crisis and resource shortage that are being actually felt in most regions of the world. By attempting to further destabilize energy markets, Brussels is hurting both itself and developing countries, which are no longer able to afford energy at artificially inflated prices. She said the sanctions also threaten food security as they include restrictions on fertilizers, and that Russia will take retaliatory measures which will be tough and designed in accordance with the country's interests, Zakharova added. We're about to end our news broadcast, but before we say goodnight, here's a final look at the top stories. Various activities conducted in connection with International Workers' Day. Contribution of Mera's Music Training Center. U.S. and European Union signed Memorandum of Understanding on Critical Minerals. And Russia says new European Union sanctions will hurt developing countries. That's all with the news for this session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. I am Salim Brahane. Have a great night.